The wormhole hurled Seble and Steve toward the faintest star they had ever encountered, a dim red dwarf, no larger than a modest city, yet wrapped in a thick, swirling ring of clouds that stretched for millions of kilometers. Thousands of moons drifted within and around that ring like beads on an endless cosmic necklace, their surfaces catching the weak crimson light in ghostly flashes. Curiosity overpowered caution. They guided their disc-shaped lander straight into the cloud layer. The moment they pierced the dense mist, the universe revealed one of its most impossible secrets. Inside the ring lay a single, continuous ocean, a vast, unbroken body of water that completely encircled the star. A ring-shaped sea of dark, shimmering liquid, forever bathed in the eternal twilight of the red dwarf. No poles, no continents. Only water, stretching endlessly in a perfect circle around its tiny sun. Millions of islands dotted this impossible ocean, some small as city blocks, others spanning dozens of kilometers. Steve's voice was barely a whisper. "That's not possible!" Seble's eyes remained fixed on the scanners. The physics of this place shouldn't allow it, yet here it is. They chose a small island near the outer edge and set the lander down. The moment the hatch opened, the strangeness intensified. The ground under their boots felt wrong, not soil, not rock, but overlapping scales, warm and slightly flexible, like living armor. Between the scales, translucent plants glowed with soft bioluminescence, their roots sinking not into earth, but into the living surface itself. "No dirt, no stone," Seble murmured, kneeling to collect samples. "This entire island is organic." Steve scanned the horizon. And quiet. Too quiet. They worked quickly, bagging the glowing plants and scraping samples of the scale-like surface. The plant's DNA readings came back scrambled, incomplete, as if the genetic material was incomplete without something else. Then the ground moved. A deep, slow tremor rolled beneath them. The island began to sink. "Lander, now!" Steve shouted. They sprinted across the shifting scales as water surged over the edges. The lander engines ignited just as the surface dropped away. From the air, the horrifying truth became clear. What they had landed on was not an island at all. It was the broad, scaled back of a colossal leviathan, a living sea monster the size of a small continent. The giant fish simply submerged, its immense form disappearing into the ring ocean, then slowly rose again elsewhere, carrying its glowing gardens with it. Seble stared at the DNA results in stunned silence. The plants, their genetic code isn't complete. It's intertwined with the fish. Steve looked at her. "What do you mean?" "Holobiont," she said, voice tight with awe and dread. "The leviathan and these plants form a single biological unit. The host and its microbiome share an extended genome. The plant's traits, their glow, their structure, even their survival, are controlled by the fish's DNA. And the fish's behavior, its migration, its very existence, is shaped by the plants. They are one organism, split across two bodies." The realization hit them both at once. Every island in this ring ocean was alive. Every glowing garden was part of a vast, circulating community of leviathans. The entire ring-shaped sea was not a collection of separate creatures. It was a single, interconnected living system, an extended phenotype stretched across millions of kilometers. As they hovered above the dark waters, another leviathan rose nearby, its scaled back emerging like a new continent. Translucent plants bloomed across its surface within minutes, feeding on the weak red light. Then it submerged again, vanishing into the depths. Seble clutched the plant samples tightly. "We're not standing on a planet, we're standing on a living body that never ends." Steve guided the lander higher, scanners searching for any solid ground that was not part of a creature. Below them, the ring ocean continued its slow, eternal circulation around the tiny red star.